In this video, we're going to be evaluating this pretty scary looking sum. So often, if you have a sum where the numerator is quadratic and the denominator is degree 9, there's probably not a good chance that you'll be able to get it in a nice form. But in this case, there are a few things about the way this is set up so that things will simplify quite a bit. So the first trick is to notice that there are a lot of 3's, and this 3n squared plus 1 looks a lot like what you get if you cube n plus 1. Well, part of what you get. So you have two of the terms you want out of that. And if we do the same thing with n minus 1 cubed, the same thing happens, but we have some minus signs. Okay, so if we subtract these two things, what we end up with is n plus 1 cubed minus n minus 1 cubed equals twice the numerator. Okay, so let's plug that in. So the sum becomes n plus 1 cubed minus n minus 1 cubed in the numerator. And then we have to take half of that. Since we've doubled it in the numerator. Okay, now the denominator can be factored, and two of its factors are n plus 1 and n minus 1. So if we factor that, we get a half sum n plus 1 cubed minus n minus 1 cubed over n times, now it's n squared minus 1, so it's n plus 1, n minus 1, and then all that cubed. Okay, so it still looks scary, but now we can split this into two things that look pretty similar. So our sum is a half the sum of n plus 1 cubed minus n minus 1 cubed all over n cubed, n plus 1 cubed, n minus 1 cubed. Okay, and we can split this into two terms. So first we cancel the n plus 1 cubes, and we have 1 over n cubed times n minus 1 cubed. And then we subtract what we get when we cancel the n minus 1 cubes. Okay, that still looks bad, but if we look at what's in the cubes, we have n times n minus 1 and n times n plus 1. And if we shift n by 1 here, we get exactly the second expression. So this actually telescopes. So if you want to write it out explicitly, when n is 2, you get 1 over 2 cubed, and then minus 1 over 6 cubed, and then plus 1 over 6 cubed, and so on. And everything cancels except for the 2 cubed. So in the end, we just get 1/2 of 1 over 8, which is 1 over 16.